Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Anything OU podcast on our Sooner summary. As always, I am your host, Christian Williams. I've got my main man, my co-host, Drew England. Drew, how you doing, brother?
Hey, any day ending in Y. It's always a great day to be a Sooner. So
there you go.
I'm fantastic.
Hey, me too, man. I couldn't.
After this weekend, shoot. I mean, if you're a Sooner fan, your head's stuck in the sand. You don't know what's going on. Shoot, big weekend.
Yeah.
So.
But hey, before we get into that, we got to tell them about our sponsor, www.hornsdownshop.com. If you want to pick up all of your cool OU gear that you cannot get on Campus Corner or anywhere else in Norman, you want to support our boy, Deshaun White, you can do so at the first link in the description. You can also support us too. Really appreciate if you guys go check that out. Let's get in the video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sooner summary. Man, hey, we got to throw it up. We got to start this video up right. Horns down, baby. You know, all the things. I'll say it. Texas, you got the L. So
you got the big L.
You got the big L. But
yeah,
hey, we'll get into that. You know what? Hey, no, let's get into it right now. Drew.
Yeah.
Come on, tell the people about it.
Big 12 tournament champions for you OSU fans out there that don't know the difference between a conference tournament or a conference tournament champion and a regular season champ. TCU was the regular season baseball champs. Credit to the Horned Frogs. But the Oklahoma Sooners 4-0 in the Big 12 tournament, beating Texas today 8-1. A damn fine pitching performance by all three of our guys. Started off Jake shut him down on Friday. My man, David Sandlin, yesterday, 11 Ks. Shout out to him,
11.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah, and then today, our boy, true freshman, redshirt freshman, I think. He is from Norman, Oklahoma. Cade Horton coming out, still recovering from Tommy John. So he wasn't. I mean, he pitched like close to 6 solid innings, 9 Ks, gave up 1 run and like 2 hits, and got the win today, 8-1 over the Texas Shorthorns. So, man, this team is rolling. I mean, we've talked about them all year. They're one of the hottest teams in the country coming in the postseason. We did get a little bit of a snub, though. We're not going to be hosting a regional. I mean, we don't have enough time on this summary to talk about it, but how could you? I mean, yeah,
how could you?
D1 baseball is just but hey, we're in the postseason. We're one of the hottest teams. We're going to get a 2 seed somewhere in one of the regionals, and hey, we'll put another chip on our shoulder and go play ball.
Hey, 100%, man.
I love what this team is doing. They're just, incredible. Like I said, the pitching this weekend, Jake Bennett on Friday, David Sandlin, and Cade Horton. Shutting the door down. Our offense got going. Peyton Graham. Jimmy Crooks, all those guys, loaded it up. We scored, a bunch of runs when we had to. A big weekend for Sooner baseball heading into the postseason. And hey, I fully believe this team can make a run to Omaha, as we sit right now. So don't be surprised, Sooner fans, if we end up in Omaha there in June, playing for a shot at a national championship. So
I hope so. Hey, and speaking of hitting a ball with a bat, the softball team, man. I know you and I have touched on this behind the scenes and recording so much this season, right? We just got done talking to Chris Plank about this, the softball team and how they're just, it is OU softball against everybody else. And I will throw the tweet up here, guys. UCF decided that they wanted to rock the bus and, talk a little smack along the way, and they forgot how to score getting off that bus.
No, well, unfortunately, that was the only thing they shook this weekend. So it was their bus. I think they scored 1 run the whole weekend. So,
and so
have fun on your trip back to Florida. So,
hey, respectfully, y'all got here, but don't poke the bear, right?
Yeah.
Don't do it. And I will be the most cocky OU fan for this softball team. I have been all year long. Don't do it, right? And the thing that has impressed me the most is obviously, like we discussed with Chris, Drew, we want Jordy to play. We hope she can get there if she's ready, right? But we haven't missed a beat.
I mean, and we just talked about it with the baseball team. I think that the common theme for both teams is Hope Troutline, no hitter the first game. Nicole May, I mean, we were questioning some things with her. Hey, sorry about it. Nicole, always, hey, you went out and did your thing and shut the door. I mean, hey, if we pitch those two pitch like the way they do, hey, it's going to be dangerous when Jordy Ball gets back in the circle, because those three, I definitely like our chances. So,
I mean, the thing with Hope is, and Sooner Nation, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't want to talk her up because we had her on the podcast. It's just, it's rightfully so. She is killing it. That no-hitter was impressive. And the way that the girls responded to, I don't know if they saw social media before that game or how that works, but going from UCF to shaking the bus to coming out and Hope pitching a no-hitter, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Well, and what's cool too is, she's a transfer. She got to put her stamp on Oklahoma softball.
Yes.
I mean, she has done it through the season, but to do it in the postseason as a Sooner, I mean, and her,
well, to do
obviously
it,
we're not done, but
and
that's
to
a good,
do it in those games that matter, right? Like, I'm not saying a regular season doesn't, because the OU versus Tennessee games, those matter. OU versus UCLA, those matter. But the postseason is just a different breed, right? You lose this series, you go home, and that hurts our girls since the tournament is in Oklahoma City. They're going to go watch that game anyways, right? So you just they're playing on a different level. There's not much more I can say about this softball team without repeating myself, but I have to repeat myself once more in this video and say it's OU softball and everybody else. And that could not be more true after Hope and what Nicole did this past few games. It was
and then not even talking about the our lineup and the way we hit the ball, and Jossie going out with a home run her last game at Marita Hines Field.
Which such a great way to end it.
What a moment, I mean, all fitting, the career that she's had at OU and what she's done for this program, to go out with another home run to add to the climbing record that she has. Unbelievable. And going into the World Series, I mean, let's go. We got Oklahoma State, we got Texas in there, some other good teams. I'm excited and looking forward to hopefully a all Big 12 championship series with either Texas or Oklahoma State. Hopefully it's Oklahoma State.
I want that Oklahoma State matchup back. I want that back.
Do too.
After what they tweeted and the disrespect they showed, I want that back. Yeah. And I want to bring this up too. Like, as a university, right? Whoever runs your social media, and this comes back to don't poke the bear, right? You got that win. Congratulations, right? We're still number one, still got the number one seed. We're still striding, and we're going to meet you, and we're going to beat you. And not only beat you, but we're going to break you down because you poked the bear. You don't mess with grizzly bears. You just don't do it.
Well, and their head men's basketball coach today tweeting out, hey, we got the greatest coach in softball history, his contract extended. Bro, first of all, it's not a he that's the greatest coach of all time. We know where that person resides, and that is Miss Patty Gasso in Norman, Oklahoma. Hands down. Don't even argue. Don't even debate with us. I mean, the record speaks for itself. Kenny Gajewski, last time I checked, I don't think he has any national championships. No. I think our girl, Patty, has got 5. Hopefully about to be 6 here in the next week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever it is. But come on, man. OSU, little brother. Sit down.
And I mean, you want to see that, right? You want to get your fans excited and stuff, but it's hard to get your fans excited about something that just is not true and just does not make sense. If Joe C, right? If Joe tweets out, man, Patty's the GOAT, Sooner Nation and softball is going crazy because it's just true. It's just true. Now, she has the record to speak for it, and she keeps bringing out these teams that are competing and just doing well. And I'm so happy to see, and we've kind of touched on it, right? Like just OU athletics as a whole is just getting better. And so this is something I saw from our boy Travis Davison.
He tweeted out, I can't remember a spring or even a year where our athletics has excelled in so many different sports, especially this spring. because you've got men's golf, who's number one right now, leading the NCAA tournament, going into round 3, killing it out there at Greyhawk in Scottsdale. You've got the baseball team who we just discussed, softball. We had tennis playing for a national championship.
Women's national runner-ups.
All in the same, season. That is unreal. Like, track is doing its thing. We've had a lot of people competing in their individual national championships, stuff like that. We just had the girls on here.
And you got Lauren headed over to the Natty. So you got to believe she's going to compete. When you set a school record of any record, you got to believe you can compete at the Natty. And man, Richard's doing amazing, and just there's been a lot of people on this track team, because y'all know me, right? I'm super big into track, so I look these times up, and I pay attention to this stuff, and I love the sport of track. And what these women and men have done this season on the track side, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
amazing.
To add, like I just said, to all the spring fling, if you will, of Sooner athletics is just, it's phenomenal. And we could come out of this thing with a men's golf national championship, a softball championship, hey, who knows, a baseball championship, and some individual championships for track.
It's cool to say that you can go from losing your head football coach, right? You turn around, you lose a bunch of recruits, you turn around and you get better. You become the number 8 recruiting class. Your golf team starts killing it. Your baseball team starts killing it. Your tennis team starts killing it. Your track team starts killing it. Your softball team starts killing it. It's
I think through Sooner athletics, it's contagious, man. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to encourage each other. And I think that's a cool thing. Not only our fan base, we know how awesome and passionate we are as a fan base, but hey, it's contagious. Winning is contagious. And we've seen it this spring. Hey, softball girls are doing their thing. Baseball's like, hey, we got to step it up. Golf is like, hey, we'll step it up too. Hey, let's all have a big winning party. So,
and between all that, right, you got the women's basketball team had one of their better seasons since I have been alive. 21 years. That was the best season they've had, in my opinion. The basketball team, they made it to the tournament. They're getting there. And
we got 2 solid head coaches there in the basketball programs, and it's only going to just go upwards with Porter Mosier and Jenny Bronchek. And then obviously, BV and fall's getting ready to come around. This is getting us primed and ready for football season.
I am ready. And
coming off some natties, and then, hey, let's go see what the football team can do. I'm excited.
My only message for Sooner fans and for any OU football athlete that's watching is teams to remember play in December, right? And we want to see you guys. We're going to be rooting for you. And, man, we're excited to see where the future holds for OU football for sure. But, man, that's everything I really wanted to cover, man. You got anything?
Hey, I'm excited for these next couple of weeks. Obviously, softball going to the World Series. I'll be at a couple of those games. So if you guys are out there, give me a shout, look me up, hit me up, send me a DM, whatever. And then baseball starting their regionals next week.
Yep.
And then golf finishing up here in the next couple of days. Hey, I'm excited to see us stack up some hardware. So.
Hey, me too, man. And I'll be down there soon. I'll be there next year to do all of this with you. So, man, we got to hit them with what we began with before we end this video off and go into the outro. So, Sooner Nation, throw it up with us. See you guys later. That's been everything in the Anything OU podcast. Really hope you guys enjoyed that Sooner summary. And hey, as always, I am your host, Christian Williams. My boy, my co-host, Drew England. Drew, you got anything you want to leave the people with, man?
Hey, as always, guys, we can't thank you enough for your support, for your follows, your likes, your comments, everything like that. If you haven't yet, go down here, hit that subscription button and hit the bell for notifications. And always some new stuff coming out. Hey, these next couple of weeks, we got some good stuff for you coming. Hey, and as always, get over there to www.hornsdownshop.com. You can pick up one of our T-shirts and support us. If lost, return to the tailgate. Hey, and as always, hey, I got to do it today, especially we just beat Texas. So, Boomer.
Sooner.